Sup everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Toei Toy Talk with Outer Space Reviews, the show where we talk about Toei's toys from the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai series. So we're starting with closed pre-orders. Now, closing on the 9th of August was the Complete Selection Modification Dark Kabuto Zector version 1.5. Now, pre-orders for this item actually ended before the cutoff date, which means a lot of people rushed to get it last minute. That's pretty crazy to hear. This item is retailing for 22,000 yen, and it's going to be out at the end of the year in December. Now we're moving on to brand new pre-orders. Announced late last week, and then up for pre-order early this week, from Kamen Rider Geats, the Premium DX Bujin. The sword from Kamen Rider Tycoon Bujin Sword. The sword is called Bujin. This sword uses the same mold that was used for the China edition of the sword called Bujin. It has a whole bunch more features than the China edition. It also comes included with sounds when the sword is still in the sheath, so it makes more of a whack sound instead of a slice sound, along with some voice lines from Keiwa himself. This item is retailing for 19,800 yen, pre-orders end the 17th of November, and it's going to be released February 2025. Also announced on that same day was the Premium DX Oneness Raise Buckle from Kamen Rider Geats. This is a memorial edition of the previously released pre-order item for the Gotcha driver, which was made for the DGP driver. Comes with a whole bunch of voice lines from all the characters that you see here. It has a new metallic paint job, comes included with voice line buttons and a better button to activate sounds, and now it includes two Gotcha cards. The previously released DX Oneness Ride card, and now a legendary parallel rare version of that same card. This item is retailing for 4,950 yen. Pre-orders end December 1st, and it's going to be released in February 2025. Now moving on to brand new pre-orders for this week. Announced months ago, but now finally up for pre-order from Tamashii Nations, is the Kamen Rider Gaim Arms Change Set of Pine and Strawberry Arms. It doesn't come included with a Gaim or Baron figure, they are sold separately, but you'll be able to make Pine Arms Gaim and Ichigo Arms Gaim, along with Pine Arms Baron and Ichigo Arms Baron. Comes with all the pieces that you see here, including the face plates to change for Baron and Gaim. This item set is retailing for 9,900 yen. Pre-orders end August 9th, and it's going to be released in February 2025. Now for some acrylics. For the very first time, we now have the Kamen Rider Zeo acrylic logos. There are two different types of logos. One is black and the other is clear. They're both of the Kamen Rider Zeo logo. Each one retails for 16,500 yen. Pre-orders end September 1st, and they're going to be released in December, so they'll be out very soon. Also from the acrylic logo display line, we have the crest of Kamen Rider Gochard. This acrylic crest is going for 15,400 yen. Pre-orders end September 1st and will also be released later in October this year. It only comes in clear. And finally, the acrylic logo for Kamen Rider Gochard. It only comes in black. I'm unsure at this point in time if they have released it before or if this is the first time. They have released some other logos, but I think they were card display. This one does not come included with any cards whatsoever. It's retailing at 16,500. Pre-orders end September 1st, and also will be released in October. Now, we're moving on to some pre-orders for event items, which will be extremely hard to get at this period of time. Announced for Tamashii Nations event in November, from Shinkocho Seiho, is the SH Figure Arts Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider Fi's Axel form. This item, if you win, will retail for 9,900 yen. But, in order to get this item, you must be a Tamashii Nations member in Japan, and, as per the instructions, you need to be at least a Sky member or higher, which means you've accumulated a lot of points from purchasing Tamashii Nation products from the store, in person, or on Premium Bandai with your own account. This item will not be sold at the event, only to the people that won the lotto. This item also will go up for pre-orders again after the event and may come out in June without having to go through a lotto process. Also announced at the very same event, Tamashii Nations 2024, from SH Figure Arts will be the Kamen Rider Geats Boost Form Mark III. This item, if you win the lottery, if you follow the same rules as before, will retail for 8,250. You have to go through a lotto process in order to purchase this item. So hopefully we can get these items later down the track. Now, we're moving on to another item that was announced earlier in the month, but I was unaware of it. It just popped out of nowhere, and that is the Kamen Rider Saber Brave Dragon Metallic Color Edition figure. This is an SH Figure Art figure that is being sold exclusively at Tamashii Nations Tokyo and Osaka. It's going to retail for 6,050 yen, but unfortunately, in order to purchase this item, you had to have gone through a lotto application also. They would have announced the winners later today, and they would have been contacted. This item may receive a regular release in store, but they've just predicted it to be very popular. The pickup date will be August 16th. So hopefully in the future, we'll be able to travel to Japan, go to Tamashii Nation store, and just casually pick one up. Here's hoping. And finally, for pre-order items, and just announced today, just before we started recording this episode, they announced the release of the DX Evol Driver high-spec belt. They're releasing this as Evol is getting a new form in Kamen Rider Outsiders Episode 6. And they also released the Super Best Evol Driver a few weeks ago. It's retailing for 6,600. Pre-orders are about to start as of recording this video. And yes, it is just a different colored version of the build high-spec belt, minus the full bottle holder. Now, we're moving on to items that will be released next week. Released from Premium Bandai will be, from Kamen Rider Blade 20th Anniversary, is the Display Dizer Board Edition. So it's just a regular display dizer, but now the top has board printed on it. So it'll be great to display your Kamen Rider Blade items on it. This item is retailing for 3,300 yen. It's coming out on August 16th, so hopefully you ordered one with your middleman. Otherwise, it'll be out on Mandarake or any other secondhand market very soon. On that very same day, it will be the release of the Kamen Rider Geats Sound Core ID and Kamen Rider Core ID Set 3. This one comes with the Geats Core Sound ID with Geats, Tsurumi, and Black Tsurumi's voice on it. It also comes with a nicer, more screen-accurate version of the Nago Core ID. And finally, it also comes included with 4 other Core IDs that haven't been previously released. The set is retailing for 3,520 yen and also coming out on August 16th. And the final item from Kamen Rider X8 is the Super Best DX Mighty Brothers Double X Gashat. This is just a re-release of the Mighty Brothers Double X Gashat from 2016. Just in a new packaging. It's retailing for 3,300 yen, out August 16th. So hopefully you ordered one and it's coming to your middleman very soon. Now we're going to talk about some items that were announced and will be out in later months. Announced on the Bandai Candy blog was the SG Rider Gochizo Set 1. These are different compared to the other Gochizos that have been announced. Previous ones have been DX or Gashapon ones. These are a little bit different in that they're being sold in these little candy boxes. So it does come included with candy and the Gochizo, but you can pick these ones up at any local grocery store in Japan. The current items in this lineup are Shokodon Gochizo, Vuruken Gochizo, Agito Gochizo, Kabuto Gochizo, Nago Gochizo, and Valvard Gochizo. Each one of these items will retail for 500 yen each, and they're going to be released in October. Now that's all the items for now. We're just going to quickly touch on the events. So on August 7th, the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai Double Hero Summer Festival started. I've seen a lot of photos of this event online. So many people have been going and getting photos with all the characters. This event is going until the 14th of August. There's only a few days left. These are all the heroes that are going to be coming out on stage each day next week. These are all the riders you can get a photo with next week. And these are all the Sentai heroes you can get a photo with next week. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check out this event and see who and what's going to be there. Next week in Japan is summer holidays, so down in Marina City in Wakayama, they're doing the special battle stage and they're going to be performing more shows. There are 3 shows per day and you'll see one set of these heroes depending on what time you see the show. Next week, the shows will be on the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 18th. Then they're stopping until September. I'll put the link down in the description if you want to check this event out also. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy learning all the things that are coming out in Japan. Just remember, on Tuesdays at 7 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, we do Toei Toy Talk live, where you can join the discussion. We'll talk about all the toys that are coming out and anything that was announced over the weekend. Other than that, we just hope to catch you on the next video or live stream. Stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.